What's up, Aquarius? Let's see what message the Spirit has for you for the next 48. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aquarius placements. I was getting something about you guys being nonchalant. I'm hearing just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand. A lot of you guys could be putting up like your barrier. You could be raising your sword here. You're drawing a line in the sand. And so it just feels like you guys are doing your own thing. You're not really bothered by anything or anyone at this point in time. If you are, you're hiding it well. You're not letting it bother you. It just feels like you're going on with business as usual is what I'm picking up on, okay? You got the Queen of Cups here. Could be dealing with a Pisces. You got the Empress here. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Ten of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You got the Four of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Knight of Wands. The Three of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles here. A lot of you guys are being flighty here. There's something you want. But with that Knight of Wands, you're like, I don't know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. At the end of the day, it is your future. At the end of the day, you know what you want, but it feels like something could be keeping you kind of stuck is what I'm really picking up on here. So as much as you want to be able to make a decision to get up and go, right, with that Three of Wands, you're kind of like indecisive because either this is fear-driven or this is like because a person is keeping you somewhere. You know what I mean? So it just feels like whatever this energy is, you guys have an opportunity to go and move forward, but again, you're letting something kind of keep you stuck because I am seeing like the Hanged Man. Okay, a lot of you guys right now are focusing on your independence here. You are focusing on being single, happy, and healthy, but it just feels like you guys have an opportunity to move forward with a decision here, and it pertains to your future, but for whatever reason you're indecisive about it. Like I said, like you could have kids, so it's not that easy, right, to get up and go. You could have a partner that just doesn't want the same thing you want. You're just like, damn, like, okay, what do I do, right? Do I just make the best of my situation, or do I go without this person? There's a decision here. That's all I see, and you guys are you're stuck in your head with it. Yeah, that's what I got for that. Queen of Cups to the Empress, just right off the bat, motherly energy. First off, if you're not trying to get pregnant, don't. The card is here. Next 48. You could be finding out that someone is pregnant, but I'm getting a lot of mom energy here. You guys could already have kids. With that Queen of Cups to the Empress, it feels like you guys are really, really empathetic in the next 48 hours, okay? I'm picking up, like, you could be, like, more, you could be older. See, I'm hearing, like, 38, 42, 45. 50 even, like they're like you could be part of an older generation, right? And so you have kids, and so you're being very motherly, whether you're treating your kids to like a dinner, brunch, you're showing up, you're watching the grandkids. It just feels like you're very motherly. Now let's say you're not in that age range. It just feels like you guys are very comforting to somebody in the next 48 hours. Okay, you're bringing that mom energy, you're giving the advice, you're letting them know that you have a support system with where you're at. So it just feels like you guys are very loving and very nurturing in the next 48. Like someone or someone's are going to enjoy being around you in the next 48 hours. It feels like a warm hug. You feel like a warm hug is what I'm getting. Okay, so yeah, I got chills. But yeah, there's something here about being very like kind-hearted, and you guys could just be kind-hearted people just in general. Like Aquariuses are humanitarian, so you like taking care of people or animals or something like that. Okay, so it feels like you guys are going to be doing or giving loving gestures here in the next 48 hours, and it feels really nice. Okay, with the Empress to the Ten of Wands, those of you finding out that you're pregnant or you find out someone else is pregnant, couldn't have come at a not so good time. So you could be finding out and maybe not too pleased with this. This depends on who you're hearing this from, and this depends on where you are in your life, but it does feel like you could be receiving that message there, and you're just kind of like, ugh, like really wasn't ready for that. Okay, it feels like someone just isn't in that mindset yet. So you could be a little burdened. You could be feeling bad for somebody is what I'm getting. Okay, outside of that, you could be carrying some burdens yourself here. You could be loading up your plate with more than you can chew, or biting off more than you can chew. It just feels like in the next 48, you could be experiencing some sort of overwhelming situation or frustrating situation. You could be letting things build, because this doesn't feel like this just happens overnight. Somebody here could be, I'm hearing, playing with your emotions. Someone here is just really racking up that tab there with you, and it just feels like I'm seeing the tower here, where you could just explode on this person or implode, right? With the 10 of Wands to the 4 of Pentacles, that's a strong indicator that you guys have been holding on to some things, okay? So again, this wasn't overnight, whatever you're feeling in the next 48. You may just tell somebody how you feel, but I just feel like you've been racking up the receipts, letting this person kind of dig their own hole. This could be at work too, right? This doesn't just have to be family, friends, or in a love situation. It just feels like someone or a couple of people around you have really just been kind of racking up that bill there, and you're ready to kind of let them know what's going on. So you could be feeling a little overburdened in the next 48 hours, but spirit saying to release that burden. Yeah, you have the Sun as I split the deck to the 10 of Swords. Release it. Like, you guys have better things to do than to keep tabs on somebody, to keep trying to remind them of what they're not doing. At 555, as I said that sentence. So it's like, you can continue to burden yourself, but that's all you're doing. Like, you're not really... You could try to prove a point, but if you're dealing with someone that clearly doesn't care because they keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again, and I wouldn't call them mistakes, I would call them choices. At this point, you're doing it to yourself is what I'm hearing. So some of you guys with that Queen of Cups to that Empress, you guys need to turn that love and that emotion on yourselves here, right? Have a little bit more of empathy with yourself, and realize that you're wasting time. Right? Like, I like to tell people, it's like, you're not going to be 28 forever. You're not going to be 30. Like, you'll never be 30 again. You'll never be 40 again, right? However old you are, you're never going to be that again. So if you're wasting your time and energy on someone, like, you really need to turn that energy and that time onto yourself, and not deal or worry about what people choose to do, or how, like, you don't need to play their games, essentially, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you on the next one.